In this video, we are going to see how to use a hidden tool in Excel, that is the data entry form. So here, through this form, I can see my entire data set. Doesn't matter how many columns or rows that I have, because all those rows and columns are going to appear in this form. I can scroll down or up using this scroll bar to move around my data set. So let's say I want to include a new data. So let me go here to the bottom, and as the date I want to use maybe December. Fruit and description I want to use, let's say mango 15 kilos, cost $25, delivery fee $3, condition I want to use fresh. I want to click new because that way this data entry form automatically include the data into the table in the last row. And the cool thing is I can also edit a row that I already registered before. Let's say I want to edit this row right here, this data. I can do easily just editing the things that I need and click new, or I can get rid of this row clicking on the delete button. So it's a very handy form in Excel that, as I said in the beginning of the video, it's actually a tool of Excel. So we are not going to create anything. We are just going to enable this hidden tool. So let me show you here how can we do it. First of all, as you guys saw, I have here a button to help me open up the form. So we can do the same. Let me go to Insert tab and choose here a shape that can be a rectangle. You can choose any rectangle that you prefer. So let me go here with the first one. I can click, hold, and drag to adjust the area of this rectangle. Now I can double click within it, 1, 2, and I can give it a name such as form. I can select everything that I've written. I can go to the Home tab, increase the font size, center vertically and horizontally, put everything in bold, and I can also change the fill color of the font to this dark yellow. And if I go under the shape format, I can choose a different style. And you can choose whichever style that you like the most. So let me stick with this one right here. And to make sure we can use the form in Excel and also coupled with the button, we are going to need to activate the form tool and also activate the developer tab. So we are going to need to enable both developer and also form. To make it easier, let me go to the Home tab, and in any blank spot, I can right click and then go to customize the ribbon. Within this new window that's going to appear, I can, instead of use popular commands, I can go first to all tabs, because here I can find developer. I can click on it, then click add, and then click OK. This is how you can enable the developer tab. Okay. Now that you're done, we can go back to the same window, and instead of use all tabs, we can go to all commands, because now I want to enable the form that is the hidden tool of Excel. Let me scroll all the way down to the letter F, because form starts with the letter F. I can find it right here. And you can see that if you just click add, Excel is not going to allow you to do so, because we need to first add a new tab within our tabs of Excel. So let me go maybe to the last tab that I have. Doesn't matter, okay? Just go to the last one. Doesn't matter which is the option. Now I can click new tab. With this new tab, I also have a new group. Make sure you click on new group, and then you go back to form, click on it, and then click add. Okay, now we have this tool activated in Excel. Let me click OK, and we're done. So here, into the new tab, we have the form, and also we enabled the developer tab. Now the last step that we need to do to make sure we can use the form properly, let's say, I think it's very important to transform the data set that we have into a table in Excel. But why? Because a table has many benefits, such as whenever you add new rows into your data set, the table automatically updates its range. So if I have 24 rows, and then in the future I have 1000 rows, the table updates automatically the range. And this is a good thing because the form will always works properly, okay? So let me select everything that I have as my data set, all the columns and all the rows until the last information. And then I can go here to insert and then table. Excel is going to ask me if I wanna, or if I have headers in my table, and of course I have. So let me mark this checkbox and then okay. Now we have a table in Excel, and this is very important because for the reasons that I said before. Now I can go here to developer and make sure we can automate this button to always opens the form for us, because imagine all the time you need to go to the new tab, click form and so on. So to cut some steps, we can directly assign the form to the button. However, to do it, we can go to developer first and then record macro. Within this interface here, we can give it a name. Instead of macro 1, I can call it open or to open forms. Excel is not going to allow me to use a space to separate the words because it's a rule of Excel. So instead of use space, I'm going to use underscore to separate the words. Okay, like this. Now I'm going to click OK. Now all the clicks, all the actions that we do here are going to be saved within our macro. And it's very important to first click on the first cell of your dataset. My dataset starts in cell A1, so I'm going to click on the cell A1, and then I'm going to new tab and click on form. Simple as that. This is how we can do it. We're done. Let me close this panel and go back to developer and stop recording. Now we can assign this automation into our form, or button, sorry. So right click on the button and then assign macro. Here we can find all the macros that we've created. I'm going to select the one and then okay. Now we're done. Look here. If I click on this button, it's going to automatically open the form data entry. And I can see all the data that I have. I'm currently in the first row of 23. However, I can move it around, down or up using the scroll bar. And I can also edit or add a new information. I can delete it. So let's say I want to delete this first row right here, orange, 5 pieces bag. I can go all the way up to the first data and then delete. Okay, yeah, that's it. There's no orange anymore. Now let me go all the way down and I want to add here a new information. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, new. I'm going to close this form. And as you guys can see, everything is working properly. So this is how we can set a form in Excel using the own tools of Excel, the hidden tools. And it's very important to properly save your workbook with macro enabled. And to do it, we can go to File, then we can go to Save As, and then Browse. And Excel is going to open all of your files. And the important thing is you can save anywhere. However, Save As Type needs to be the second option. Excel Macro Enabled Workbook. And the file name, you can give it a name, whichever name that you want to use. And then you can click Save. Simple as that. So this is how we can create a table in Excel with a data entry form. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions or any suggestions, let me know, comment down below, and I see you in the next one. And by the way, if you go back to customize the ribbon, indeed you can, of course, get rid of this new tab because the macro and the automation will continue to work opening the form for you, okay? Even though you don't have anymore the new tab.